And I will always love you. So I just wanted to try that.
That's okay. People, if you see me at any point in time, look over at my phone. It's probably because I'm watching Man City scores.
That's if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, for those watching. If you're listening in, you're probably not going to notice. I probably shouldn't have snitched on myself anyways. But yeah, I'm going to be checking Man City scores because, you know, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm a hater and I am monitoring their progress. I won't lie. The longer they stay in that Champions League, the more likely they are to be stressed for the league. You know? And obviously I'm out here in my Laker jersey, you know, 2-3 for my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? GOAT James. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that, man.
No, when you just don't care, but you're just acting like you do.
It's GOAT James, man. Skip. You know, skip. You ever watch Undisputed?
No, what's that?
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't expect you to watch it. It's like a sports commentary show.
Yeah. Didn't expect me to watch it.
Nah. But talk about basketball anyways. But it's Skip and Shannon, and then Shannon's always there, you know, like, skip.
Eh?
That's how he talks. Yeah, I think he has a little lisp.
Who?
Shannon.
Who's Shannon?
One of the commentators on the show, man.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's got this little lisp thing he does. It's skip.
Oh, okay.
You know, LeBron James.
Oh, okay.
I can't really sound like Skip, to be fair. Only thing I can do is the skip. You know, go James. And that's about as far as it goes.
I'm trying to hold my laughter.
I know. And you're probably just looking at me like, I don't know what you're referring to.
I know what, now that you've explained it, I know what you're referring to. Am I interested?
No.
I don't know.
You know, it's okay.
You make up your mind on that one.
Yeah, and everybody has the talent of, you know, impressions, even though that one was poor.
But I don't do impressions. You do impressions.
You didn't, can you do accents though?
No, I can't do accents.
Not even like a little, you know, from Liverpool.
I can't even do a Nigerian accent that I'm from. Then you want me to go and do Liverpool accent? Does that even make sense? Like, let's be honest, yeah. Let's be very frank.
Liverpool's too far. Okay. Yeah, there's no point in me testing you.
And plus, I don't even know how they sound because I didn't even watch all them shows. What was that they were doing?
Top Boy.
Is it Scat? Top Boy's in London.
No, but as in there's a character there like, where's my Lauren?
Oh, okay. I think is that why you
Do you
keep saying
Shani? Yeah, where's my Lauren? Yeah, it's from that.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was talking about that show. Is it like a reality show with the Scouse wives? Is it?
What?
Is it? Oh, I can't recall. I never watched it, so I don't even know what's about. But I know that they did a reality show with the Scouse wives.
Well,
I don't know if it was footballers' wives.
The Real Housewives of Liverpool or something.
I don't know if it's the Real Housewives of Satin because I don't understand how you're going to have the Real Housewives of Liverpool and not have the ones in London yet. Like, it doesn't make sense. Start with the big city.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Start with the known city first. Then you kind of go everywhere else.
I've seen the Real Housewives. I've not watched the Real Housewives of Cheshire. But you know it is, yeah? If you go through an episode of the Real Housewives of Cheshire, you might find me in the background or one.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me this.
Yeah.
That you were a bartender in one of the bars that they came in.
They came to our club, innit, to come and like obviously record and all of that.
Yeah.
First of all, this is how you know all scenes you see in a club in any reality show, fake as hell.
Are you allowed to say this? Did they not make you sign contract?
No. I didn't sign nothing, and they don't employ me no more. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Scavenger.
It is what it is. But now fake extras came in. The people you saw dancing in the background were all people appointed and brought in. What you thought was music playing in the background, for a good portion of it was silence. The actors are told to act as if there's music going on and to murmur words because these men are talking. It's their dialogue that's the important thing, not catching vibe in the club. So it wasn't even, everybody was brought in. There was no music playing.
Yeah.
Them man were staging the conversation. It's like, okay, so you guys are now going to talk about your holiday you're going on soon and do. And then what else caught me off? Those are the main things that caught me off guard. I won't even lie. And then at the end of shooting and everything, these man just brought hella Domino's pizzas, man. It was just.
And that was it.
That was it, man. Eating up, munching up.
That's not nice.
And it wasn't even done at normal club time. They made me come in early. So whilst there was still sunlight, but we're gonna pretend like it's nighttime in the club. That's basically what they done.
Oh, that's so scary. That means reality shows are not even reality shows.
Nah, it's all stage stuff, man.
No wonder, because I'm not gonna lie, most of the times when I watch them, yeah, and then later on they're still talking to each other, I wonder how. Don't you have boundaries? Like me personally, if certain people did the things that I've seen people do to each other on reality shows, I'm not talking to you again. Like, I don't need you in my life. Forgiveness, yeah, I get all that stuff, but I don't need you in my life. Like, it's not that deep for me to have you in my life. Do you know what I mean? But these people will be moving scatty, and then they'll still accept them or like still move around with them. So now that you said what you said, obviously, I know they always add that bit at the end. You know, if you watch the Essex, what's them people called?
Towie.
Yeah, when you watch Towie, yeah.
I can't believe I called it that, you know. The only way is Essex. I can't believe I called it that. I'm mad.
But yeah, when you watch that, they usually warn you that most of the things in there are fake anyways. Like, they tell you in it. But I prefer that, not like some other ones where you just think it's real, but it's not.
So don't put me under false pretenses. Do you know which one I know I can't believe is fake in any way? Made in Chelsea. The few times I watched it, because I didn't clock into that one.
You don't think it's fake?
Them awkward silences can't be planned. I'm sorry.
No, I think it's planned, but I think it's produced. I don't think it's planned. I think it's produced. I don't think they really have awkward silences like that. Mad. I think they're well known for it, though.
Yeah, I don't even watch the show like that, and I know about it.
Yeah, it's like, so like, let's reenact it. Yeah. So, Adi, I saw you yesterday.
I don't know if that's an awkward silence. I just didn't know what to say, to be honest.
You know what? They'll have the camera pointed at you.
Yeah.
And you will say nothing for like
they'll just be there looking around. I've seen them man tinker with food on their plate or just look at each other.
And they'll look at each other. It's actually, what makes it awkward is the fact that they'll look at each other and not say nothing. And then, okay then. You know, like, it's a weird, but I don't know if they did it on purpose. I don't know if the producers just want to make it look funny. I don't know.
I reckon it happened by accident at first.
And then
they caught the reaction and thought, we might as well milk this and keep doing it.
This is now made in Chelsea essence. Like, this is the way they do it. But yeah, I don't. Now you've just put me in a spot where I don't even now believe any of this. Not that I really did. To be honest, it's all trash. I call it trash TV. I enjoy it, but it's trash. Let's be honest. You're not learning nothing good from these shows. All you're seeing is bad things.
Bad things.
They try to throw in a few charity stuff. I think just to make it sweet, just to make it like, oh, this is not so bad, guys, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, do they even care about the charity that they're doing?
Which one do you reckon are actually worse? The ones with black people, the ones with white people? Because I feel like what you explain, to my knowledge anyways, the ones with white people, and by that's why I mean the white women, because I ain't really seen them with guys on. I'm on about like, what, Real Housewives of Beverly, is it Beverly Hills?
Made in Chelsea's mixed.
I'm on about the American ones. I'm sorry, these UK ones are dead. I'm sorry, I can't be asked for them.
They're not dead, because I actually did enjoy Towie once upon a time. Yeah. And I did also enjoy Made in Chelsea once upon a time.
Once upon a time, not now, Sha.
I think I should go back to Made in Chelsea. I need to catch up.
The only reality thing that had me locked in and entertained in the UK, in England here, is Geordie Shore. Especially those first 2 seasons. Cold. But nah.
That's trash. That's absolute trash.
If you're gonna be trash, be the trashiest of trash. Why go halfway?
I'm not gonna lie, I was hooked on Geordie Shore.
Exactly, Geordie Shore
was trash.
I love the back and forth.
Geordie
I love
Shore
guys in Charlotte going out for a night.
Jersey Shore.
I didn't like Jersey Shore like that, I ain't gonna lie.
I liked it. I thought it was alright, but no, it didn't last long. It didn't keep me interested for a long time.
Nah, it wasn't that thing for me.
It wasn't that deep. But yeah, you were saying American.
Yeah, out of the American ones and so out of the American ones, which ones do you prefer? The ones that are predominantly black, like black cast or white cast? Because Beverly Hills, really, let's be honest, is basically a white cast. Like,
Yeah, but they're trying to mix it up a little bit.
They're trying
in the
to.
recent years.
Yeah.
I don't know why it took them this long, to be fair, to mix it up. Because I know in Beverly Hills, it can't just be like white people living there. I know there's a mixture. It should be multicultural, if I'm not misunderstanding, sorry. But it should be a mixed culture. So I don't understand why they just kept it predominantly white. But personally, I don't really watch a lot of the. I feel like I'm opening my own yash here, but I don't really watch a lot of the white cast one. And it's not even to say like I'm just not trying to watch them. I just never really. I land on things by accident. Like I landed on Real Housewives of Atlanta by accident, and I started liking it and I started watching it. But I wasn't about to invest in all of the Real Housewives or something. Like there's even another black one. I haven't watched it. I forgot what it's called. Yeah. I haven't watched it. I'm not that invested to watch every single one of them, but I've watched Beverly Hills because I find them very interesting. Plus, you know, the British lady that was in there once upon a time, I liked her as well still.
Yeah, she was banned. What's her name again?
Lisa.
That's it. Lisa Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I like the British humour, but I feel like she played on the British humour a little bit too much.
No, she got to the point, at some point, where I just think she didn't like. And so the British humour thing was just her way of unloading and being like, it's British humour, you know? Just a bit of banter, guys.
Yes, calm down.
Banter, calm down.
Not that deep.
It's not deep.
You know what I mean? But it was. And, but sometimes I was like, ooh.
Nah, she was marking it. She was digging. But I love people that can make digs.
Of course, because they're your, you know, they're literally you.
So they're literally me.
Yeah, of course you like them. Of course, I get that. But I don't mind them either, to be fair. Exactly. What other ones have I watched? Potomac, but that's predominantly black cast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I don't really watch them but I am going to watch the Jersey one because and maybe the New York one because I ended up watching the Road Show, Beverly Hills, which they have them mixed up in there, like for like a little holiday or something like that. And I was intrigued by some of the characters, and there was one that I liked from the Jersey one. I forgot her name now, to be honest. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll invest in it. So I'm not really. I think drama is drama. I used to watch Mob Wives. Mob Wives was amazing. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. So I'm not really bothered if it. I don't think it is necessary for it to be like same skin. Like it's okay. I don't really mind it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, I've watched the hip hop, Love and Hip Hop.
Mm. These things are your go-to, man. You've watched all of them.
No, I said I didn't watch most of them.
I've seen you sit down and just watch reunions. Hella reunions, just
because
back to back.
Yeah, because they're funny. There's funny things.
The only thing when I think of reunion, my mind immediately goes to
Cardi B. When she landed that shoe on the British girl.
One, the shoe was mad. The shoe flying was mad. It was the after when she's taking the picture. Like, don't help me, stop. What she did?
I can't remember. All I know is that she was not representing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she mocked it.
I don't know what happened. I understand. And then I just thought,
that girl is not a good representation of the UK and of just London as a whole in general. Like, do you know what I wish? Yeah, I wish they sent a girl from South, for Cardi B to do that shit.
It will shock you that the girl was from South.
Swear.
Nah, I'm joking.
I was about to say bloody backbone.
No, but you don't know. You can't tell.
I know,
it's not everyone from South that has like a backbone or like.
I associate South with backbone. I won't lie. I
just think that it was just a violation to be throwing a shoe on your head. It wasn't even about you being right. If you throw a shoe at my head, yeah,
we're fighting.
It's on site.
Furniture's moving. Everything
is on site. Gone. How are you gonna throw a shoe and it lands bop on my head? In the middle of it, nah, we're not doing this.
And then you're mocking me. Cardi B was sitting on her man's lap. throughout during the reunion.
I think she got violated.
And he's just there like...
She started it, but she got violated.
Yeah, nah.
She got violated.
I'd love to say I feel sorry for her, man, but nah, I enjoyed it, man.
I don't know if I didn't feel sorry. I just felt like you could have done better. I was just disappointed.
Oh, of course. It's a bad representation, man.
I was saying, obviously, it's so bad to tell people, go and put your hands on somebody, but she threw a shoe on your head.
Yeah, man. Certain things...
She threw a shoe on your head.
Certain things don't let go. Just put hands. Unless... Nah, put hands. I was going to say, I can't think of another reason. Put hands, man. I won't lie to you. Someone that's sure you put hands. Certain things for me is like you have to throw your hands.
I mean, obviously, throw hands will make sense because you know the kind of cast. But I'll throw something at you as well, like something harder. Something has to land, and I'll purposely stay on site so something lands because I know security's on job.
Throw hands makes sense if it need like.
Throw hands does not make sense if there's security on job. You're just
that girl's
those
name?
People that like to do like they're about to do something and you know security's on deck. That makes no sense.
Nah. What about this girl from Half as a Potomac? Is it season 4 or 5? What? When the wine.
The Candice.
When she reached for Candy, drag her by the hair. Do.
Yeah. There was more punches than required.
Yeah, she didn't care. She said, I don't care security here. I'm getting my licks in.
Yeah, and she wanted to get more licks in.
Yeah. That's a real... She was
I can't
pissed.
recall what happened, but I know that Candice,
she asked
her
for
boundaries.
Nah, she asked for it. There's a certain way... There's certain talk you talk to people, you're kind of just... You're positioning for it, sort of. I saw recently in the NBA, like Rudy Gobert, shout out to my man, he got himself suspended for tonight's game, up the Lakers. But he got suspended. He fought on court. But to be fair to him, his teammate in front of everybody there on the bench was calling him a bitch.
Oh, okay. Why? I don't know the story.
Oh no, it's the whole exchange they had. Like,
okay.
He's told Rudy go get some blocks. Rudy's turned to him like, "Hey, go get some rebounds," and then they're going off and back and forth. And he's constantly and Carl Anson's just going off, and he's calling him a bitch. And it's like, yo, a man's not gonna sit there and you call him a bitch. It won't work. I know it won't for me personally. There's 2 things as a man you could say to me that'll throw me off, and we're about to fight.
What?
One, if you call me a bitch, because that means you got no respect for me. True, you got no respect for me. Secondly, I'm not gonna say it how they say it, but if you invite me to your genitalia, we're gonna fight. You know how?
What does that make? What does that mean? Wait? Hold on. You said if they invite you to their genitalia,
we're fighting. No,
what
not
does genitalia mean?
No,
I don't understand. To invite you to what's?
You know, people like, especially New York people. Actually, I'm not sure it's New York people, but I've heard in New York a lot, anyways. Or like Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, be like, yeah, suck my dick.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way to not say it, but since we're gonna be vulgar, let's just go all the way.
I mean, to be honest, I'd rather not. Okay, I don't want to even hear that, and that just threw me off. I was like, I heard genitalia, and I thought, I don't get the context.
I was trying to get around it. I didn't want to say it like that too tough. But those are 2 things I'd say as a guy, as a fellow guy talking to me. You say those things to me, we're fighting. And I know me too. If I ever say those things, I expect whatever comes with it. I'm ready. I wouldn't say those things and keep my hands down. My hands are going to be here if I say them things.
I'm a peaceful person, so you don't need to. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not throwing my hands at you. I'll just tell you that for free now. However, if you spit on me, it's on site.
Now spitting, I'm not cool spitting.
That's a violation. I just don't like to be violated. That's my thing. So, spit on me, throw a shoe at my head, anything of those things.
Spitting is fighting.
I think I'm allowed. I think the police can agree I'm allowed, okay? Because I don't understand what's that about. That's disgusting, first of all. Anyone that does it, regardless of whatever happens, spitting on somebody, it is disgusting. It's nasty as hell. I don't even know why people would even think of doing that.
I've done it once.
You're nasty.
But in all fairness, he says something about my mum.
You're still nasty.
And no. He's talking about my mum. And then now I've approached him, let's go fight. He refused to fight.
So,
and I'm not trying to punch someone who's just,
How old were you?
15.
Okay.
Yeah, about
No.
15,
No,
14.
criminal acts. Go on.
No, man. What's it called? Statute of limitations. Yeah, you man can't get me for this, son. I hope not.
So you think?
You know like that. Next thing you know.
So you think?
I'm locked up, won't let me out. But I was about 15, 14. Yeah, you said something about my mom. I didn't like it. So yeah.
I can understand getting angry over you talking about my mom, but I ain't spitting on you. I'll fight you.
I wanted to fight him. He refused to fight. I thought, because me, I the same way you view spit as disrespectful, I view spit as disrespectful. So my belief is, if I spit on you, you have to fight
but
me.
I find it vile. Like, I even find the act.
No. I wasn't. I didn't. Now I did
vile.
not go. You know them. I'm not even about to replicate.
No,
the thing.
I don't need you to.
But you know them deep loogie ones. Them.
No, I'm not talking about phlegm. Even the fact that you're just doing. I don't know. I just don't like it. I hate any sound of spit. Are you a camel? Like, why are you spitting? I hate that. Nah.
I was trying to incite a fight that day. I knew what I was
Even if
doing.
you wanted to incite a fight, I feel like there's more ways than one. Odi, your mouth is deadly. Why didn't you not use your mouth? Why did you have to use your saliva?
I tried, but he chose to not fight. I'm just like, you can't do this. So I did that, and then I took his jacket. I binned it.
Yeah, I would have done that step. Take his jacket.
I should have took his shoes. That's what I should have done.
Take everything, bin it. You know, throw it out the window. I don't know.
But not the spit, huh?
The spitting is just vile. I'm very disappointed in you right now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. As long as you're not doing it in the game anymore. You know, I think certain things we just have to leave it to the streets, okay? Let's not replicate.
Yeah.
Is that your Jay-Z voice? I don't understand. Why did you say it like that? Did Jay-Z come out of you or something?
I've had a long day at work, guys. So I don't know why. But yeah, that's my Jay-Z voice for those. In fact, you know what? Just interview me real quick. Let me give you some Jay responses.
Are you going to do an impersonation right now?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. We're not doing this.
Yeah, let's go. Uh-huh. Can you start the interview?
I think that's enough. I didn't expect this, so you threw me off. How are you gonna do that? And I say yes. Let's off the back. Let's just start doing interviews, and I'll be Jay-Z.
Because I'm absolutely knackered, mate.
You know what? I just realized that if I had Jay-Z in front of me, I would have absolutely nothing to say.
You'd have absolute stage fright. You wouldn't even ask him nothing.
Oh, how's Bay?
Yeah, she alright. She cool with she's chilling with Blue, you know. But you know, she working on the album right now. She's not really collaborating with too many people, but yeah. Over.
And I'm out. I'm so out. I've left the building.
It's Young Hova the king. Young Hova the man. Yep.
Well, thank you very much, Jay-Z. You can now
all over the world. And you know what? I'm gonna do this as a favor to my people here at the Meet in the Middle podcast. I'm gonna introduce the show.
It's about time.
You know, I'm because you know we ain't really done that yet. So to start, I take a moment and introduce us.
Oh my, I'm flabbergasted.
I'm Adi.
And I'm STEFFY MILANO.
And this is the Meet in the Middle podcast, episode 5.
Welcome to another episode. I think we've done a milestone. We've got 5 episodes in. Yay. I'm just saying because, you know, this is not an easy thing to do. I mean, there's need for consistency. There's need of being in a happy mood as well, because we're not trying to come to you guys and be irate or just dealing with life, because life right now is not easy. We've been dealing with cost of living in this bloody UK like it's nobody's business. Like trying to organize a holiday is like, who's even there? I mean, that sounds like privilege right there. You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about, but I'm even talking about just like the cost of food is just so high. You know what I mean? Like, God damn.
You ever felt like you just constantly broke?
Like, it's not, I don't even use the word or the term broke. I don't like that term. But I just feel like it is, my funds sometimes can be insufficient.
You're financially low.
Year, and I don't want to be in this predicament, and I want to be able to be in a place where I can do certain things in my life right now, especially now that I'm in my 30s. But it's just so annoying because I feel like it was much easier to save back then than it is now, and I wasn't a saver then. It's now that I'm starting this whole responsible life, and it's just like, what's going on? And then they're trying to use our taxes for the most stupidest things in this country, like, and you're just thinking, just refund the tax. We're coming to the, actually we've already done it. We've started the new financial year in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? So at this point, you know, I think they should have used this time to refund us the money because they want to use it to do what? I was scrolling through Instagram and I landed, I think it was on Shadeborough. And then they said something about they want to use the money to do this picture. What's this thing? They want to use 8 million of taxpayers' money to do a frame for King Charles. I mean, we're going to be very careful with the monarchy here.
I was just about to say, I was like...
Yeah. However, it's not the
monarchy, and, you know, I'm not ready for EDL to come and find me.
I don't know what that means.
English Defence League.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it.
Them man are the go...
I don't know anything.
They're the go-home people.
Oh, is it?
Basically, them man, you're taking my jobs, people. them sort of man there.
They're the annoying people.
But I won't go say that. But in a normal situation, I told you to go suck my big toe, but I ain't gonna do that.
I think even EDL at this point should be thinking like, what's going on? Like, come on, do you know what I mean? I think it's hard for everybody. It's not just hard for working class people. I think it's hard for everybody, especially with the plans that everyone has had I just feel like it's hard times. And I think for you, to have the audacity to now spend £8 million of people, like, of taxpayers' money for a picture frame.
That's wild.
I think that's very wild. I think you don't have your priorities.
Not to mention, I'm not going to lie, Charles, you've not put in the same work Lizzie's put in.
Not yet. Like, you're not there yet.
Yeah, like, take time, you know?
Yeah.
You get your frame and your photo and you later on.
And
you know
then
what I'm saying?
Why does it have to cost 8 million?
Yeah. Like, your head ain't that big. It ain't that much to paint.
8 million? What are you painting?
Like, brother.
Nah, but I feel like they really need to start looking over this monarchy thing and kind of understanding how this taxpayers' money is getting spent. I think there should be a budget if you're gonna keep the monarchy in place. I don't see it going anywhere personally, and I'm not even one of those people that's for it going anywhere. I think it's fine, is whatever. It's part of the tradition.
Yeah, man. Colonizers stay winning.
It's part of the tradition. It's part of where it is. I just think that you lot should just put a budget in place that does not come, like, it cannot be this high. That's my own. Do you understand? Plus, they get this. If we go into this now, I'll just be getting angry, and I don't want to do that in this meet in the middle podcast today, because I need my energy to go up. I'm dealing with life, so I wanna smile and laugh. That's all I want to do.
You know what? Perfect segue. Let's escape reality. Let's go cyber. Yeah. You've been watching Cyberpunk recently, right?
Yes, I have. Okay, so I don't know if you lot watched we did like we kind of talked about the awards with Crunchyroll, and one of like the best anime overall was Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk was very prevalent in the awards. I don't know if it was the best overall because people's opinions were a bit like, hey, there's too many mainstream animes being nominated, but yeah. They cleaned up.
I feel like I had no say. I felt like you had no say. And that was because none of us had watched it.
Yeah.
To be fair. And let me not lie to you, I had not planned on watching it anytime soon. I immediately did put it on my list once I knew it was on Netflix. Because I didn't know it was on Netflix until I saw it. And then I was like, okay, I put it on my list. And then I'm going to watch it since this, one day. Because I knew that the genre is not necessarily my type of genre in the first place. It is science fiction to an extent. But it's just not it wasn't something that I would immediately go and watch. But I thought it must be like the storyline must be really good. So I would probably want to watch it. Then Audie goes and tell me now, hey, I watched it. It's so good. You need to go and watch it.
Well, thanks for letting them know my opinion. Gosh.
Sorry, I exposed you.
It's all right. No, it's fine. No.
I mean, I didn't say everything. I just said what you said to me.
I
don't know exactly.
It was good, to be fair. I don't think I've changed my stance on it, man. Like, I've had some time to kind of let it marinate and live with it. I'll still say it was good. If I'm to give it a rating out of 10, and just to deep the scale, 10 is absolutely sublime. 5 is satisfactory. It's average. 5. If I'm gonna give it a rating, I'll be honest, I'll probably say I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I'd say
a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's above average, but it's not sublime. I say 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's not a bad score. Yeah, I would rate it a what would I give it? I would give it a...
I can feel the hater. You can just tell someone's about to just hate all over something. Can't drop your number.
I would give it like... I know people are going to come for me, but I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Damn. I thought 6. 5.5.
I was struggling between
just say 5 with 6. Your chest.
I was struggling between 5 and 6. No, because it wasn't a complete 5 and it wasn't a complete 6 in my opinion. Like, okay, let me just start, yeah.
We don't round up over here, man. Round down.
If I was to round it up, I'll give it a 6. Yeah.
But we don't round up, we round down.
No, I'm gonna round up. Because I don't think it deserves a 5.5. I feel like the animation itself was like, I really like the fact that it had a bit of a lo-fi effect or lo-fi effect. I don't know what people call it. Is it lo-fi or lo-fi? Can somebody please let me know, because I don't understand it. Every time I see it, I think it should be called lo-fi, but I've been corrected before and I've been told it's lo-fi. Yeah, I don't know. We don't say Wi-Fi, we say Wi-Fi, but it's okay. You lot just let me know.
Hey, things be spelt the same, be different thing, man. I won't even correct you on this one. I'll let you slide, man.
Is it? Do you so you don't know?
I'm not 100%, man.
Oh, okay. All right, so I was just like, I like the fact that, and I like the colors. Like, it's very, like it has that pink blue effect, like literally those kind of colors. You know what I mean? Like that Tokyo, Japan at night sort of.
If you were,
colors.
It's like this. If you were on something, the colors would send you.
Really?
Like, I feel like the colors are quite wild. They're quite out there. It kind of gives me Tokyo Drift vibe. Like, you remember Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
It gives that sort of vibe.
Because it has those neon colors kind of thing. And I think aesthetically, it's very pleasing. That's one thing. I actually really enjoyed it aesthetically. And I liked the character designs as well. I was quite thrown off that the mom and the dad. By the way, we watched it. I mean, I watched it dubbed. I didn't watch it. So I didn't watch it subbed. I didn't watch it with its original voiceover. I
was feeling lazy. I watched the dubbed as well.
I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch it sub before even talking about it because I felt like that will give me a little bit. I have a little bit more to say, but I feel like I don't know what I don't have any expectancy on the sub one because I feel like it was well done dubbed.
Yeah.
As well, and then the names as well were giving me very much like Latino vibes because the main character. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna start saying that from now there might be some spoilers. Okay, just an FYI because but I'm gonna try my very best not to spoil anything, but because I really want to talk about it. This is like one of the most recent animes I've watched, and to be fair, I feel like we really need to start talking more about anime on our show.
Yeah.
So, but yes, going back to it, I feel like we had the main character who is David Martinez, so he has like a Latino, name.
Even the city that he's from, or the part of the city that he's from,
I didn't capture that. Sorry.
I think it was like Santo Domingo, something like that.
Yeah, so it's very like, but then the other characters have like Japanese names.
Yeah, it's all based off different parts of the city, and it's weird because let's put it like it's not based in our normal world. True. In terms of the way countries and places are separated and stuff.
So it can be mixed in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously the enemy company was also very Japanese with the name. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah. Something Academy.
No, Asakura.
I
forgot what it was.
Yeah, it's the Arasaka Academy.
Arasaka.
Well, Arasaka Academy is where he went to school, to be fair.
Yeah, but it was the Arasaka company that owned everything and all that kind of stuff. So pretty much it's about people, this guy, so just to let you know, like just to make you guys aware of what we're talking about, if you haven't watched it and you don't mind spoilers, or if you have watched it and you just want to discuss it with us. So it's literally about this young boy who kind of is, going through crisis because literally his mom and him are just struggling in life.
Cost of living
cost of living has hit them too.
That's so
it's
sad.
Funny how we try to divert from real life, but we're going back to real life. I think it had everything tragedy. Like everything about this anime is tragedy. Let me just tell you this for free.
If you're looking for escape, from your sad life,
don't watch this one.
Don't watch this.
No, because I think that's the reason why I'm even giving it a lower mark, because I didn't feel good watching this. I just felt sad, unhappy, and it was just like, if you're depressed, don't watch this. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not nice. Anyways, so this boy, he kind of goes he goes to this academy, which is very respected, is an expensive one, and his mom purposely put him in there so that he can live a better life. And she works really hard. For those that can relate to this lifestyle, you have a single mom working real hard to make sure that the kid can live a better life, and he goes and everything. This world, it's cyber. How would you describe the world?
Everything is I wouldn't even say everything is cyber influenced, but I guess it's very much it's a cyber tech based world. Yeah. So cyber tech modifications is the in thing, so to speak. Like I won't even what would be the equivalent in this world? In our world, the equivalent, I can't even say.
I think it's like plastic surgery. Like how people are addicted to plastic surgery. These people in this world will be addicted to getting tech in their body, like tech arms, tech insides, tech everything.
But I feel like you're saying plastic surgery is too limited, man, because plastic surgery is at its face value, it's superficial. I feel like
it is superficial.
This goes beyond superficial. For some of these, it's survival.
Yeah, but it's
You
also,
know?
I think like plastic surgery plays on the
You ain't about
side
to
of
tell
sur-
me you needed to get that nose surgery because your nose is looking a bit because of survival.
But people really play on beauty in this world. Beauty pays.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. To a
But-
very, like, I remember that guy that was a criminal, but then because his picture was so
Prison
fine.
Bae.
Yeah, his picture was so fine. This guy got a modeling contract as soon as he left prison.
Yeah, I know. Prison Bae. I remember
And I
that.
think that's practically what it is. That's what
You
I'm saying.
know?
It can't compare to if you want to look at it
He
in that
then
way.
cheated on the woman that got him out as well. That's the funny part. But
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even know the full story.
He likes
I just know
skin,
that
man.
picture went round.
Nah, he likes
During
skin,
that
it
time,
happens.
everybody was just like looking at this picture. Me, I just landed on it because it was everywhere.
Mm.
But yeah, it can compare to that.
okay, I'll leave you. I'll let you have that comparison. For me personally, I wouldn't do that. But
What
fair
would you
play.
compare it to then?
If I'm comparing it to anything, honestly, I don't. It's weird. It doesn't have one single comparison because there is the health element to it in terms of what it can cause you. If you get too much tech, you can become a cyber psycho. There's that aspect to it. There is the life dependency aspect in terms of, let's be honest, if you're not teched to some extent, you're almost leaving yourself at a disadvantage. Like, remember when they tried to kidnap my man from Arasaka and they stopped him at his spot wherever he goes to go do his weird kinky stuff, whatever. He had tech on him. They didn't even realize. You need to have it to survive in that world
No, I get that.
to an extent. So there's the survival aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then there's just the...
But then there's also too much of it.
Yeah, there's
Can
also
be-
too much of it. Too much can be an issue. Well, I guess in that sense, that's a little bit like plastic surgery. But then there's almost... I won't even... Would I say it's a current? I won't say it's a currency.
No, I don't think it's not a currency.
It's not a currency
But-
because they don't trade it in for nothing. But
Going back to the storyline, the plot of the actual anime. So obviously this boy now, obviously, like, they kind of show his lifestyle with his mom and everything, and then he gets in trouble in school because he's obviously trying to use because they need to pay for this software to update it each time, because that's literally everything is tech. Like, even the way they do schooling is tech based. So he tries to update his thing through like some sort of dodgy way where he doesn't have to pay for it. You know, like if you wanted to get some software today illegally,
Pirate Bay.
yeah, you can. And however, sometimes it can come with some viruses or anything like that. And that's exactly what happened to him.
I'm not endorsing the use of Pirate Bay. Just put that out there real quick.
I didn't think you were. Now I think you are.
Now I'm just putting it out there.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
Anyways, yeah, so obviously he, what was I saying?
He tried to get advanced software.
Yeah. So obviously he got caught because it then affected the whole the whole schooling, the classroom, whatever, tech. So he got caught, and then mom had to come in. Obviously, mom's disappointed and all that kind of stuff. And then they're on their way now to go back home while the mom is telling him off. And then sad things happen. There's like some sort of like, I thought it was a bit of a mad thing. Though.
It's literally, they get caught in the middle of cyberpunks. Two cyberpunk gangs.
Fighting,
going at
each other, yeah. And they literally, and obviously, because they're in the middle, they get caught in the fire, and the mom obviously gets I think she got hit.
She gets hit.
Yeah, she gets hit. So then they go to the hospital, but then everything is according to your money. Like you have to have money to be able to even afford the best doctors, or it is like how it works now, but it's a bit much.
It's
there.
extreme.
Like it's more extreme in the anime.
Yeah. Imagine the ambulance coming to the scene of a crime or something where you're there. They look at you, they see your number, type in, they look at your health insurance, be like, them man aren't on the premium plan. Leave them for the other dunnies, and they leave you there.
Yeah, you have to call the other ones. And you're just thinking like, what kind of immorality It's like there's no morals here. Like I just thought, so you're just gonna let this woman just die?
I
here.
get where that creates people who are like the cyberpunks, though.
Yeah, no, yes. So I think now more times after that happened, unfortunately, the mom, like this is where again, spoiler alert, the mom passes away, right? So then he chooses to, instead of continuing the life that the mom had worked hard for him to have, he decides to take the other route and become an outlaw. Yeah. And he now joins the cyberpunks.
Though, to be fair to him, the very thing that his mom was keeping him away from, she was doing herself. Because...
No, I don't think she was. I didn't get it like that.
You didn't watch it, bro.
I thought I did. Wait, hold on. From how I took it, is that the mom was well known because, she's from the neighborhood.
Nah. So what happened
so
is...
they knew her.
The mom was part of Maine's gang to an extent. She was supposed to have brought the implant that my man used. She was supposed to have brought it for Maine. Oh. That's why when they mentioned the name Gloria to him, and he was like, Gloria, how do you know Gloria? It's like, oh, Gloria's my mom. He was like, oh, like, did you not get the recognition?
I get that part, but in my head, I thought Gloria was like, like someone that's from the neighborhood and is like, that's my girl.
Nah. She was trying to slide him the thing, man. That's why it was taped to her jacket, and my man found it in her jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was supposed to deliver it to...
I missed that part of the storyline. But anyways, the main thing is that he joins the cyberpunk gang, falls in love with one of the members. They all have and then obviously the world is so in itself, the outlaw life, obviously, how rough it is in real life. So they made it rougher in this world. And obviously you can see the tragedy happening. You can predict it going forward. Like, it's just going to be a tragedy at the end of it. And he gets addicted to transforming his body using all this tech as well and all that kind of stuff. And it's a sad story. I hope I kind of gave you the full plot because I'm trying not to spoil it and give too much. So I just wanted to give you a very quick summary.
If we're going to talk about it, it's going to be spoiled anyways to an extent.
But I think this is a quick summary of it. I don't want to bore people with the whole thing. I think I spoke. Did I miss anything that you feel like should be?
I mean, there's some important, what kind of important, when I say important details, sort of. I mean, just, let's put it like this, just looking at the general characters, like some of their motivations, some of the stuff that they do and why it is they do
now
it.
We can enter that. I'm talking about the plot.
Oh, the plot. Oh yeah, now you call it plot, man.
I was like, I think that's the general.
It's a tragic story, tragic end. To be fair, they foreshadow it and tell us from the very beginning how it's going to end, and they tell you partway through how it's going to end as well.
Yeah, because I saw the more I kept watching, the more I saw tragedy.
Like at the beginning, they let you know what a cyber psycho is and how exactly you become a cyber psycho. In the middle, you see main experience turning into a cyber psycho. You see how the process happens, how you eventually switch, and then that's it for you.
Yeah, so Maine was the guy that had...
Maine is the Vin Diesel of the anime, fam. I'm not even going to lie.
Actually.
I peeped this and thought this is Fast and Furious.
Yeah, if you watch Fast and Furious, he's the Vin Diesel of the gang.
Yeah.
And he's the main boss of the gang. Yeah, and he obviously had all the tech in him. He was very super strong, everything.
They're not shouting family 24/7 though. That's the only difference.
No, but he had his love interest in it.
He has his love, yeah. But it's different though, because they don't have. There's a sense of camaraderie to an extent, yeah. But they always made it a thing to point out that
you're on your own.
Yeah, don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's you and you alone.
Yeah. I mean, they really live that street life.
I guess. I don't know.
I
wouldn't know nothing about that. I'm a civilian.
I don't understand. So what? Okay. A law-abiding citizen. That's what it means.
Yes, I said a civilian. That's what I mean, man. I'm not into. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Nah, man.
Yeah, neither am I. I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't understand this. Don't come and put... Please, you people should not go in your head and start thinking something different about me. Check my records. It's very clean. I don't have nothing to hide. But yeah, nah. Yeah, so that's who Maine is. So obviously they show us pretty early what happens to Maine when he gets... Because once you get so much of this tech stuff in you, then you tend to go a bit like...
You go crazy.
Yeah, you kind of... It enters your brain setting, and then you start going crazy. So that's why the lifeline, or whatever they call it, is not that long, right? The life cycle of a cyberpunk is not that long, predominant. So, you know, you already predict that this is not gonna go well. And then obviously once Maine dies, I feel like there's a time skip, and you see the David, the main character, who is still a young boy realistically, which makes it even sadder in my opinion. Yeah, you now see him like fully buffed up with, and his body is fully like now really tech wise, like he's got a lot of tech on him. Yeah, so as soon as you see that, you know that he's not that far off from where Maine was, wherever many
he took over
months ago.
He took over from Maine.
Yeah, he took over from Maine, became the main boss, changed his whole body, you know, and yeah,
he took over from Maine and then basically had the same death as him,
literally.
Yeah, where it's just he's sacrificing himself to get his people.
Is there a moral to this? Is there a moral of the story to this? Like, is there something to take away from this?
I mean,
did you take any? Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I always try to find some sort of, I don't know, with any anime that I've watched, I always try to find some sort of point. If it's not comical, if it's not meant to be comical anyways, which none of it is in this, it's not comical. Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand, where is the silver line? Like, where is the... Is that the right term? Yeah, where are we coming? Where is this anime taking us to?
I mean, for one thing, okay, before I dive into that, I look at it like this. The anime throws you for a twist a little bit, because the assumption is you're getting the typical anime or comic book main character story of parent dies, I see this thing, I gain a power, I want to become some sort of hero or something. That's what he chooses, takes a complete different spin. I think what they were trying, I don't know if this is what they were getting at, but what I took from it personally, it's about almost the, there's a certain level of sacrifice everybody had for each other.
Yeah.
Or actually some of the characters had. And it was always for the sake of others. That was the purpose of their sacrifice and their suffering. Their mom suffered the way she did, sacrificed the way she did for her son to go on and have a better life.
Yeah.
Maine sacrificed himself in order for his crew to go on and survive what they were going through at the time. David made a sacrifice in the end because he loved Lucy and he wanted Lucy to experience her dream.
That was his love interest.
Yeah, he wanted Lucy to experience her dream and, you know, going to the moon and all of that. Lucy, she was suffering for that time skip period after what had happened. It was the trauma of obviously her having been captured, not her being part of the Arasaka program prior, but it was also the fact that she knew that David was a target. That's what she learned when she entered my man's mind.
Yeah.
So it was her suffering with that knowledge, never passing it on to anybody, but trying to figure out a way to get David out of their sights. So she suffered for the sake of him. So it's a cycle of people suffering for the sake of others. And it kind of goes to show that even amongst thieves, amongst mercenaries, there is still a sense of sacrifice, camaraderie, and you know, things of that sort of nature. That's what I took from it personally.
What about Kiwi?
Kiwi's a fucking rat. Fuck, Kiwi's Tekashi 6ix9ine. Fuck Kiwi, fam. I've never hated a fruit more than I do right now.
Wow.
Bun Kiwi. Nah.
I mean, she helped at the end before she died.
Yeah, but you know.
But she's the example of none of that. She thought about herself only.
Yeah. But
who was your favorite character?
She thought about herself only, but at the very end, she still made the same choice that they made, which was to
for your sake,
suffer for the sake of others. Really, so.
No, she didn't suffer for the sake of others.
Well, no.
She said, if I'm gonna die, I might as well let the people that I actually like win. Yeah, because I'm gonna die. If she wasn't gonna die, she would have just left with the money and be gone her own way.
So basically, she's petty.
Yes.
Because that's something I do, to be fair.
Yeah. So I
if we're going down, let's all go down together, fam.
Yeah. That
You know
was definitely pettiness. She said, I would rather my crew win if I'm gonna die. Yes, I was about to leave them, but since I'm about to die,
you know,
I
might as well.
Yeah. Who was your favorite character?
Favorite character would have who's my favorite character? I didn't really the Rip Doctor. I'm not gonna lie, he just reminded me of. Do you remember Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban? Yeah, and you had that little thing that was hanging off of the bus.
That
They're
one.
like, we about to go on a bumpy ride. I was just chatting nonsense. That's what he reminded me of. I don't know why. But
was it because of the Caribbean accent that they gave to him in Dog?
Partly, yeah. They gave him. He gave me that sort of vibe. He just reminded me of my man. But favorite character, I don't know.
Why was?
Because a part of me, I'm thinking David, but then at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, you're a bit of a dickhead for wasting your mom's sacrifice.
I'm not gonna lie.
This
is my first time I don't like the main character. This is the first time where I do not like the main character. Where the main character is not one of my favorites. This is the first time I've watched an anime, and that's my situation.
If I'm taking anybody as my actual favorite, who would be my favorite? I don't think I've got a favorite character.
I like Rebecca.
Rebecca's fun.
I like Rebecca. She's solid.
Yeah.
So she kind of gives like lolly vibes. Like she's a smallish one, but she's got a personality and a mouth on her. And I thought she entertained me for the little time she was in screen a few times here and there. Plus she was loyal as well. Do you know what I mean? She was mad loyal.
Put her loyalty aside, yeah. But that her bubbly energy and just personality. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me of Scrappy Doo, fam.
No, I wouldn't.
I might as well be, man. Puffy power,
No, she didn't give me that. She gave me like owl. Like she was not.
She was scrappy on smoke.
Yeah, but yeah, because she wasn't that she can actually deal out on positive vibes. She was scrappy on like I'ma do you something. Don't come and chat to me.
She could back what she was saying. I'll give her that.
Yeah, plus I like the fact that, the character design, I like the way they designed her as well, even with the two pigtails and all that. Like, I thought she was real cute, and she kind of gave me, what's the Joker's girlfriend?
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she kind of gave me Harley Quinn vibes.
Yeah, she was, you mean.
And everything. Like, I thought she was a fun character. Like the character design was fun. Her behavior, and I also like the fact that regardless of her behavior being so stink, is the fact that she was so loyal at the same time. That's probably definitely one of the characters that I was drawn to. But I did not like David.
What was your issue with David? Is it? I feel like. Was it not thrown away, but not exactly taken to his mum's sacrifice and sticking through the account? Because
I felt it. Like, your mom just died. Your mom that sacrificed her whole life, she's been doing and been working so hard for you for such a long time, just to make sure that you get into a prestigious school and do the right things in life. And then you still decided that no, you don't really care about whatever your mom had in line for you, and just decided to do your own become a cyberpunk, and then you never listen to what anybody was telling you, because even your girlfriend kept telling you need to stop it.
I thought that, but then a part of me had a second thought and thought to myself, let's be honest, with his mom, he was struggling to afford all the upgrades and the updates and even just like tuition, all of that. Even rent. My man's jumping through vents to get into his yard. How was he gonna afford all of that by himself and go to Arasaka
obviously
Academy?
it wasn't predicted that he will, like, I get that
he didn't drop out until after it happened, so can you blame him for turning against his mom's
I
choices?
saw how it wasn't difficult for him to drop out anyways.
It wasn't difficult, but let's put it like this. His mom already showed him that clearly surviving off of just trying to do stuff clean and regular and legal does not work, because she was doing dodgy stuff on the side. So he gets that bit of information combined with his mom passing, combined with he can't afford none of that stuff.
He was an eager beaver as well. Like, I get what you're saying, yeah, but it's the fact that he then continued to do worse. Like, it wasn't like, okay, yes, there's nothing else you can do. Like, I get your point. You're saying, realistically, there's no other road he could have taken, realistically, if you're being real. However, within that road, he went to the extreme. He didn't try to get within this road to then take advantage to get into a different avenue, yeah? He decided, no, I'm going to go full blast and go over whatever people are even advising me. The people that have been cyberpunks before you are telling you to calm down, and you're still charging. Personally, I just didn't like his character.
Okay, I get the overtaking part, because he had the signs, he had the warnings. He should have slowed down.
Warnings.
That one I get.
His love interest told him, don't do it. Calm down. Stop it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can't. Obviously he didn't even listen to his mom. What makes you think it's now you that he'll listen to? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it just, I don't know. It just he gave me vibes of somebody that was never going to be a hero anyway.
Yeah, but what is it that we're always? I don't know if it's ever taught in the world, but you see it in the world, you see it in anime. Power rules all. People will do anything for power. People will go to great lengths for power and to maintain the power, not just going to reach it, to maintain it.
Yeah, but he didn't look like he was trying to maintain. He didn't look like he was trying to maintain. He just
But he was trying to maintain, because he reached the point of starting to kind of turn cyber psycho. And it's not necessarily that he was just adding a bunch of extra stuff. He basically got to that point and it was like, well, I'm not going to downgrade. I downgrade, I lose power. Not to mention, I mean, they've always said, what was the term they used? They say meathead, but meat wouldn't survive.
But before he went cyber crazy, he shouldn't have gone and done all of that to himself, because he already knew what path it would lead him to, yeah, as in going cyber psycho, whatever they call it, yeah, from watching what happened to Maine, the boss, yeah. So personally, I think that he didn't need to go. He then added more issues, because he went, changed his arm, changed his right arm, left leg, right leg. His neck was thicker. His whole body was done up. Do you get? So he's done more work than necessary.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. He fully charged on and decided, I'm not listening to nobody. I'm going to do what. And to me, he just decided to become the sacrificial lamb for no reason. There could have been a better way of handling it if he had been listening from the beginning.
Wait, so you think at the end he did not need to die?
I personally think it was a useless death, and he could have done better.
You need to back this one.
No, he could have done better if he had listened to Lucy from before.
Okay, I get the Lucy from before, but I'm on about at the point where they are.
Well, you have no choice. I know. If you're at that point, there's nothing else you can do. Like at that point, you're stuck with what you like. You reap what you sow. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about before you had to deal with all of that. You could have had a different road. Let's be honest. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's the reason why personally I do not feel.
I don't know if you could have had a different road, because from when my man attacked his classmate at the academy, when David attacked that guy at the academy, Arasaka already had their eyes on him and saw that if you're able to take military level grade implants, or whatever they're referred to as, I think it was called a Sandestine. I can't remember what it was called exactly, but if you're able to handle military grade stuff and do so well and so comfortably without going psycho, he was on their radar as, we're going to use you to test this product out at some point in time. They always had him lined up for that. So that was predestined and set from about episode 2.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about, obviously Lucy kind of found out that this was what's going on and forewarned him that you need to stop going with these people to do these things and start. Let's escape. Let's do what we need to do for ourselves, because it's gonna lead to you like getting into more trouble, which it then did. Which then led to Lucy getting kidnapped as well. And then what else is to do? You have to sacrifice yourself.
I'll give you another question here. Is Lucy actually to blame for this more so than David? Because Lucy had the information for why. Well, Lucy knew that he was someone that was on their radar. David didn't know that. She also then knew why he was on their radar and the plans that they kind of had for him, and still didn't let David know.
No,
she was too secretive with details that maybe if she'd passed on, he could have made different choices.
Yeah, I get that. But I also think that this guy needs to also wise up small. I don't know. Also, I get that he's a kid as well, but I just feel like he didn't play a hero in my eyes.
He wasn't meant to be a hero.
Yeah, I kind of gathered.
Yeah, the whole show is so mercenaries and gangsters or whatever, which was a nice change, to be fair. It's not every time I follow the hero story. Sometimes I like a little bit of a. I won't go as far as to say he was a villain, but what would you classify him as? He's not an anti-hero because there was no cause he was going towards or he was doing in a dark manner or anything. But
I don't know.
I don't know what you'd refer to him as. But
why did you like the anime?
Me personally?
Yeah, because you gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 7. I like the musical choices, obviously. I like the aesthetic. I understood why it won so many awards, like there were animation or whatever related itself. I understood, because just based off the visuals. I like the visuals. I liked it. There was a lot of bright colors. It was nice. It was cool. I think I liked. Initially, I felt like the introduction into the world felt a bit abrupt. Like you just had to quickly try and understand what is going on within that world. But I guess they kind of did a decent job of it, and I just liked the possibilities within that world, the different things that you could potentially do, the reliance on cyber technology. It's something that's a futuristic idea for us. At some point in time, the robot's gonna come take over and the AI, and it's all super, super, super long. I warned you. But yeah, so that was the interesting fact for me. To be fair, it was also one of my critiques of it, because I felt like, you man wasted a whole. Like, you could have built out that world. Like, I was kind of disappointed, one, that everything felt isolated to being within that city. Outside of the city, everything just looked like canyon and desert. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking, like, imagine a whole world, Steffi, based like that.
Yeah.
Different continents across the entire. Like, I just feel like there was a lot within the story that could have been explored even longer term. I felt like they wasted a good idea to have just had that run for 10 episodes and then. But nah, I was talking about why I liked it, and I started going off why I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I know.
This 7 is.
I lose track. I lost my train of thought. But for me, I like the fact that, one, we didn't go the typical route of give him some Bruce Wayne type story. I lose my parents and become a hero type stuff. I like that we didn't go down that route. I like that it was more realistic to how a kid or how anybody would look at this world, because the world is cruel. And to see the way he and his mom were treated in that situation when they had the accident, even when my mama couldn't even afford to bury his mom properly, they had to just cremate and give him in a jar.
Again,
so it's like
so
harsh, the harsh realities it was dealing with, but it was dealing with in a way that he wasn't then going to take the, hey, I'm gonna do better and make sure when I'm in a position I don't be that kind of person and da-da-da-da-da. Nah, fuck that. The world's been cold to you. Be cold too. Steal from the world. Do what you need to do. Survive. I like that aspect of it. It didn't give me some happy-go-lucky bullshit response to, let's be honest, quite tragic situations.
I don't think we should ever call it BS. I think that's more so the sort of way we should be trying to tackle life, but more times than not, we don't. And it's true, I feel like it had a realistic approach. Yeah. I totally agree with you with this. I feel like more times in that situation, that's the approach that some would definitely take it.
Yeah,
to.
Like not everybody is, heart of gold and rely on their nakama, their friends, to come save them out of the situation.
Yeah, I know.
So I for me, that was probably one of the main selling points. I'm not gonna lie. I like that aspect of it. I mean, I think just the whole idea of modifications and stuff, I found that interesting. There was one character at the top of my brain, but I can't remember right now. Can't remember right now, top of my head. But yeah, those are the main reasons why I liked it.
What did you think of the end of it? The ending.
The ending. I mean, after what you did to me, if I can make a kill, I was ready for a main character to die. So
I mean, main characters or likable characters started dying from early, so that's not even.
Yeah, I know you might just ending,
I didn't. To me, that was not something.
Ending hella people, but
the ending, yeah.
The ending, I thought the ending. There's no other way it could have gone. To be fair, I don't think that could have turned out a different way. I think the ending, it happened as I probably expected to happen. I ain't got no wishes to the ending. Everybody got their just desserts, man. My man that snaked these lot out, he got his back. Didn't he die? I swear he died.
What?
The guy who's like the contractor, the one that acts as the middleman for the jobs.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got his. So I don't mind. He got his part. I think David surviving, I don't think that was the right way to go if he had survived. I think him dying is great. One, tragic story. It starts tragically, ends tragically. Start as you intend to go. But I also think, I believe in karma, man. Like, if you're going to put that out in the universe, some of the stuff that he done, and he was suffering from the guilt and trauma of some of the stuff he done. Remember the woman he'd killed? Which I think he done by mistake and he didn't mean to kill.
Yeah, because he went cyber psycho.
Yeah, and he kept seeing flashbacks of it. So from that, I'm like, okay, you already feel torn inside and you feel like you should be punished. So looking at it like that, you dying is fitting, but then using your death for the sacrifice of someone that you love and care about, you get the best of both. It's a bittersweet ending. You got what you're supposed to get as karma for what you've done, and you knew that internally within yourself. But it's sweet in the sense that, despite that, you've done it whilst to the benefit of the person that you cared about.
I don't know. I personally feel like I felt bad for Lucy. I wouldn't have wanted to survive that. I feel like Lucy has to live with some of the worst memories of life. Like, I can just imagine the therapy this girl was gonna need after. Do you know what I mean? Even when I saw her in because the end, you have the Lucy, who was the love interest of David, the main character, who is now she goes on a trip to the moon. Yeah, just looking at the sky. Personally, I think this woman has mentally lost it to an extent. She's just vague. Like when someone has nothing to live for, she's just there. And bear in mind, she had a very bad childhood already before she even met David. And then having to now go through the trauma of David, I just felt like this is just tragedy upon tragedy upon. I just felt so bad. I don't know if I would have wanted to survive that personally. if I was in her shoes. But
it kind of goes to show, in a world of greed and in a world where financial capabilities and your status with regards to your job and your standing in society is so prevalent. I feel like it's more prevalent in that world than it is in this world.
yeah.
In a world like that where it's so prevalent, everybody had a bad ending.
Yeah.
Nobody ended well. And it kind of goes to show, if we live in a world like this where it starts to lean more towards that direction, maybe that's what they're kind of trying to show. If we start to lean towards, I don't know if it's more of a capitalist world, I'm not about to get into technical terms or all of that, but if we leaned into a world that was more like that, because our world is to an extent, in terms of what we prioritize. Capitalism's, position in society, to an extent we have that in our world, but not to that extent, because you ain't about to leave me on the floor half dying saying, oh, you ain't got the right plan.
I mean, not in the UK.
I thought that was not in the UK, Sha.
That's an FYI, because not everyone has those benefits as well.
No,
we
but
have to look at it.
But at least they take you off the scene. They'll get to hospital and be like, yeah, we're charging you mad.
Yeah. No,
but
to be fair, I think that was
the leaving people on the scene is brazy. That's wild.
That was extreme.
I thought I was mad when I saw that. I thought,
you can't even bury your mom.
Do you know, when I watched that, I initially said, yeah, this is the start of my villain story. After this, I'm killing everybody, bruv. On this world.
But I also don't know. I just feel like this is definitely not one that I would even have kids watching, because I don't want it to infiltrate some people's minds. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't know. I don't want to not make sense.
What kind of thoughts? What do you mean infiltrate people's mind?
Like I don't know. Like I just keep thinking of like kids watching it and just being like, oh, so then if life gets this bad, I should just take this route. Do you know what I mean? I don't want that. I mean, listen, life is hard, but I feel like we've been on the theme of the life is hard thing today. But I just don't want. I feel like giving up is like a punk move.
Was that a pun intended or?
No, but that was good. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, I feel like you should definitely try and live each day and try your best to not be of the world as well, and not let. I don't know.
You sounded like a pastor there for a second there. Do not be of the world.
I'm not even
all these worldly things. Do not be of the world.
I'm not even trying to go there, because that's not even. But I'm just saying, because life really gets to people in general, and I can understand it. Like even with the way things are today, everywhere, and I really don't know. I do believe to an extent, as much as I know that I'm struggling. I know that I am still living somewhat a privileged life in comparison to some, but I just don't want people to believe that is there forever, or that should be like, now you just put yourself in a place of your mind is now. I don't.
Do you feel like it just sheds too much of a light on the darker parts of humanity in terms of our greed, our?
No, I'm just thinking about people. And I'm thinking about people and the paths they take, the routes that they take, like in life. And I don't want people to feel discouraged. That's the only thing I think that's what I'm trying to actually verbalize. I just don't want people to be discouraged by by even seeing how when people I know what I'm saying, man.
It's okay. We get you.
Yeah.
I just want to say, anime is clearly deeper than life, because just look at how we've taken this thing. This is just animation, you know. Hey, guys.
But that's the beauty about anime now.
Yeah, nah, you're right. 100.
Have you been watching any other anime?
Recently, I killed My Hero Academia Season 6.
Oh, yeah. You've been talking about it. You've been trying to talk about it, but not talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're just waiting for me so then we can really talk about that.
I mean, I ain't got no one else to talk to about, so. My life is very mundane. Not too many. I mean, I'm not saying not too many. Some friends are into anime, some aren't, but not really.
Not really.
Not to the extent.
Not to that extent.
You know, and then at work, you know, someone try to call it cartoons, so I'm beefing that person now at work, by the way. So we're not doing that. Yeah, this man might see this, and I forgot they follow me on. Hey,
Fire him. I Give me disciplinary.
But what's this thing? I want someone to talk to about, but obviously you've not caught up. So it's just.
I think I'll catch up. I don't know if I'm not promising this week, but I'll definitely catch up.
I mean, I didn't think you'd do it this week because you've got season 5.
Not the whole of season 5.
Are you halfway through?
I think
You've watched the first 5, innit?
I think I think I've gotten quite far, but I think I'll have to rewatch it because this season stop thingy has made me kind of like.
I'm telling you.
No, but I know I've heard. I'm hearing that. You're not even the first person to tell me that there's things going on in this season of My Hero Academia. So I definitely need to watch and catch up with that anyways. So I will, just not this week.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to tell you that. I was actually just going to be like, I'm not going to lie. And people let me know your opinions on it personally, but I miss the days of just, long animes. Give me episode week after week after week. What's all this season stuff, man? Like, this ain't Grey's Anatomy. It's not TV show. Like, I'm not about. I get. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can maybe somewhat get it for something like a Demon Slayer, just because the quality of the art is so good. I can understand why you might want to take the time.
Yeah.
To do it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but your regular animes, and I've seen some with the animation where I thought, the art, right? Don't get me wrong, like My Hero Academia is done well, but there are certain parts or certain drawings and stuff where I looked at and I thought, I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit iffy for me, especially considering how long you made me wait for the next season. So
yeah.
I can take bad art and animation at times, yeah, when you are a weekly, not even a weekly show, but you're just a weekly anime that's dropping constantly, rather than waiting for season after season.
Yeah, like something has to give.
Yeah. I
get that.
I'm not unreasonable. But My Hero Academia, I killed off season 6, and then I finished Baki the Grappler.
Okay, so that's before Baki.
That's before Baki, yeah.
Okay.
For now, I might sound stupid to some people, but yes, I didn't know that there was something before Baki on Netflix. I won't lie. It just never came to my mind.
But it made sense when you explained it as to, there has to be something before it because like when you start Baki, you're starting from the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the tournament has ended.
They keep flashing back to things and recalling stuff where I was just like, like this is very mad of a show to just start off. 1, Baki strong as hell. 2, I'm having to assume parts of the story. And then 3, you're flashing back to things. How can you flash back to what I was never back for?
I mean,
That's
some
how
movies,
I was looking at it.
No, but some movies or some TV shows do that. They have flashbacks, not necessarily flashbacks to a previous episode, just a flashback. Yes,
but you see, those ones, they focus on the flashback being more in-depth, longer, like Arrow or all these other stuff, for instance, yeah. These ones, the flashbacks, it'd be a brief moment glimpse, like we ain't trying to run through that whole thing again. I'm just going to tell you in 1 minute what happened years back. And so it's like that kind of flashback is the kind of flashback you give to an audience that already has seen the stuff that happened before. Yeah. So for me, I just thought it was wild. And then I realized, there's a whole other thing prior to it that I ain't watched yet. So I went and watched it. So yeah, I killed Baki the Grappler. And what else did I watch recently? I started Left Hand Layup.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, I started Left Hand Layup.
Recommending it.
Hey, but because the moves were cold. But
Has he watched it? No, he did not.
No.
When he recommended it.
So far, he ain't got nothing on Kuroko's basketball. So far.
Okay.
But I'll continue watching, obviously, and see what it feels like. But yeah, that's what I've been watching recently.
I feel like
what about you?
You can't give a valid one. Like a valid... you're too biased.
What do you mean?
Towards Kuroko's basketball.
That's not true.
You watch it every single day as like, oh, I'm washing plates. Let me watch Kuroko's basketball. Oh, I need to clean shoe. Let me watch Kuroko's basketball. Adi uses it to do a lot of mundane tasks throughout his life. So he will repeat. So he has watched all of it. He will repeat again. And if Adi does not know the lines, to it by now, I'll be extremely weirded out. Like, I will be so disappointed in you because it doesn't even make sense.
It's a great pastime.
And the worst part is that I will catch Adi watching it as if he's watching something new. Because there's been a time, I was in the kitchen. I remember I was just looking at Adi. He was just looking at the screen like so intensely. And I thought, he must be watching something new or something. So I said, let me go and see. I see Kuroko's basketball. I was just like, are you all right? You've already watched this like 10 times over. Why are you watching it like this?
Because it's that good.
Anyways, that's what I say.
It's that good.
You're gonna be too biased.
Look, good shows have great repeat value. That's the first thing. Secondly, I would like sometimes I don't want to concentrate. If I'm washing plates, I don't want to miss out on like watching the Big Six, Top Six, all my football podcasts and YouTube stuff. A lot of the info they're talking about is deeper and it's fresh. So I'm not trying to miss out on it whilst I'm, doing my tasks or whatever.
I get it.
I
that
just
to
slap
you,
it on.
it's like it's just background noise at this point. But the
background noise that I pay attention to quite.
Yes,
well.
that's what I wanted to say. Is the paying attention very intently, like.
There's parts of the story you miss sometimes. Anybody who's watched the show more than once, let me know your opinions on it. But if
you've watched it like 10 times. Like, it's not even. I can give it to you. If this was your second time, maybe even third time. I don't know about fourth time.
First of all,
but this is your 11th and 12th and 13th time.
This episode has shown exactly why you should watch stuff multiple times. You missed a whole good part of the story when you were describing Cyberpunk.
I watched it once and very half-heartedly.
And that's the problem. I like to watch full-heartedly. I don't half-hearted. So
I like to watch full-heartedly.
You miss details.
But Cyberpunk was not my genre.
If you watch something one time, you're just catching the story. Second time,
is not your
story in it. No, I get it. It's not your genre.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know that proves my point. It's why I like to.
No, I don't.
I'm
not against
sometimes.
watching things over.
Yeah.
There's certain animes that I've slapped on quite a few times. And I would use it as background noise for sure. But you and Kuroko's basketball, like, I can change it up.
I do change it up.
You haven't changed it up.
Yeah, sometimes, you come by my shoulder, you're going to see me. I'm not going to lie, I love to watch Gara versus Rock Lee just on a random day. Just relaxing. I'll slap on Gara versus Rock Lee and just watch it because it's just such a cool fight. What else do I do pastime? Like, I'm not paying attention to that I just put on. What else is my pastime, I'm not going to lie, I just put on anime fights as my pastime. So I put that one on as pastime. I put I put Ichigo versus Yukiura. I put that on sometimes as just pastime. Yeah.
Okay.
I put that fight on just to let time go and repeat. What else? There's a couple stuff. I just slap it on because it's just like it's easy. I ain't got to worry about it too tough.
I haven't watched anything anime wise apart from Cyberpunk. I watched I haven't finished it though. Chainsaw Man.
You watched Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
You absolute snake.
I'm not waiting. I told you.
You didn't shout me.
I told you I'm not waiting for you ever again.
Why?
So you forgot already? We're only on episode 5
It's okay.
of the podcast, and you already forgot.
Look, it's fine. If you want to be petty, be petty.
I'm not even being petty. That was not me being petty. This is me loving myself. This is where you put yourself first, because if not, you're just going to miss everything that you want to watch. And then when you miss it, this person will now go and watch it behind your back anyways.
Because you take time, man, sometimes.
Oh my God. And you know that's why you're whispering it, because you know that's not true.
Yeah, take time,
I don't take time, it's you.
Take time.
Take time. Yeah. Take time. Foolish. Nah, it's actually quite cool, actually. I think there's almost, there's some comparisons to Cyberpunk when it comes to the storyline to an extent, because this is a complete different, again, this is also a completely different world in itself. But yeah, I enjoyed that, but I haven't finished it, so I can't say much about it, but it's a good anime. And that's it. I haven't really watched anything else recently, to be very honest. I feel like I'm not slacking. I feel like I take my breaks. So for me right now, it's K-drama season. Yeah, I have a season for everything. So I feel like during the summer is when I tend to go into anime vibe. Like, oh, I want to watch more anime and relax and chill. And then, but it's K-drama season right now for me. I've been very focused on that. But there is a few animes that have come out on Crunchyroll that I've seen that I was like, oh yeah, I need to start coming back to anime for a bit, because, you know, my genres are coming up in there quite a lot now.
Oh, your slice of life and all your other.
I like me a slice of life. I like to be chilled. Like, I like my head to be relaxed. Okay, I like my feel good movies, TV shows, anime, and I don't see anything wrong with it.
No, it's 100%.
Yeah, I'm not so much of I want to see people die, I want to see people fight kind of person. I do like a few dramas here and there, but I also take time with those. I feel like that can also instigate something, which we don't want that. But yeah,
we are clearly two different kind of anime fans. I mean, we have. Some
that was established
ones in common
from the beginning.
I know, but it's just more apparent today, clearly.
Nah, yeah, it was. I knew that from the get go. Your shonen. Nah. Yeah, I do land on shonen because I like some of it, and you know, like I like a moral, like you know.
Shonen's good for morals.
Yeah. So I do. I can go there. Let's talk about our recommendation of the week. We're almost coming towards the end of the show. My recommendation, I'm gonna keep it sweet. I haven't watched this anime in a bit, but I think I watched it like last year, so I feel like I can recommend it this time around. And it's a slice of life. I think it's about time that I actually give you one. I mean, I find it cute. I really liked it. It's not overly much. And it's called Kakushigoto. I hope I'm saying this right. But it's literally about this manga illustrator and writer, and he's more popular for erotic type of manga, and he's also a single father looking after his younger daughter, like a very young daughter, and he doesn't want his young daughter to find out. So it's a bit comical as well in the ways that he tries to hide it from her in many ways. And you know, and then it kind of focuses on the relationship between the dad and the daughter, which is very loving as well. So yeah, just a very simple slice of life. If you wanted one, I think that's a good one to go and watch, and you can watch that on Crunchyroll. What about yours?
Yeah, you guys have already heard my recommendation of the week. I'm recommending Baki the Grappler, just because I can't be the only person who was so dumb to not realize that there was a whole nother show prior to what we see on Netflix. So Netflix, you get 2 seasons, or 3 actually, because you get Baki for 2 seasons and then you get Baki Hanma for 1 season, but you don't get the full story. And I feel like, one, you need to see the steps that Baki's taken to get to where he gets to. It's like watching Dragon Ball and you start from Dragon Ball Z randomly and you've completely skipped Dragon Ball. You've not seen the journey Goku's gone on as a kid, the trials and tribulations, how he got stronger, battle to battle, who he's faced, and some of the relationships that he has with some of the people. So it's the same thing, similar thing with Baki.
Or Naruto Shippuden without watching Naruto.
Yeah, essentially.
So that is like
you're missing something here, and especially in a fighter's journey where you're getting stronger with each opponent you face. You kind of want to see where they started off from a base point, but also I think for me it just kind of gave me a better understanding behind Baki's motivations, why he wants to get stronger, where it started from. From watching it, all I've watched, regardless of which one we watch, is Dad's a Prick of Life. But yeah, aside from that, I just gained a better understanding, and I thought it was quite good considering I think it came out in either late 90s or 2000. That's when Baki the Grappler came out. So be prepared for slightly older animation, but not too much older, because if I can still enjoy it, it can't be that old.
Can I also point out that on Netflix, not all animes are out there. Like, they don't finish some of the animes that you may find in there, so don't just believe that's the end of that. You might have to actually go and find out if there was previous seasons or later episodes.
Yeah, so some of these services just take on the shows as they come. Like if you try to watch Tokyo Revengers now on Disney Plus, you're only getting season 2, and it will present as if it's season 1.
By the way, is the season 2 a new season? Like,
yeah, it is a new season.
Oh, okay.
It is the new season, which I've also held on to watching, waiting for you.
I don't have Disney Plus.
Do you not?
No.
Good luck.
The petty in him has come out again.
You know, hey. But it's okay. You pay for my Netflix. I can't talk. But yeah, so Baki the Grappler will be that's my recommendation of the week. That's what I think I should give it a chance. You know, if you feel like, because I remember the first time I watched Baki, I felt like, the hell, this is just. So the first episode, I was like, this is just random nonsensical fighting. But obviously, as I watched it along, more and more logic came, and then I wish I'd watched what had happened before watching what I watched, because I feel like I wouldn't have felt the same way that I initially did, because I'd have had so much more context and understood what was going on.
Maybe I should watch Baki. I kind of gave up on it, but maybe I should. But I think I'll start from, because I like to start from point A.
Go point A. In fact, if you're so bored, they initially did an OVA for it in 94.
Oh, really?
45-minute OVA.
Oh.
I've not watched that one yet. But you could start off from there and then get into the actual show. The OVA is not linked to the show, so you can literally go off without it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not by force. It's not canon, I believe, anyways. Yeah, it shouldn't be canon.
Yeah, so I think we've come to the end of the show.
Yes, and it's not because I'm hungry. Starving, mate.
Oh, okay, you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm absolutely starving.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to yell.
Yeah, we're gonna go and have a meal. But yeah, thank you so much for listening in and watching us and supporting us. I love the support that we've been getting on TikTok. I hope you guys can also listen to our audio. We're also an Apple podcast, when Spotify, Google Podcast, Amazon Music. You can find us on all these platforms as well. Please do listen to us on there and also give us some ratings so that we can, start making some money out of this as well.
Download, follow. Don't get twisted. I've seen some of them little cheeky comments you man dropped on TikTok and other places. I'm coming for you. One day, one episode, I'm addressing them. if she'll let me. She will. It's alright. I'm gonna do it anyways. But yeah, just tune in all platforms, man. We're on everything you can think you can find.
Yeah.
I say that our Twitter presence isn't exactly.
Yeah, apart from Twitter, I mean, I struggle on Twitter.
Yeah,
but it should be. I think there's a lot of conversation.
100%.
And like again with the anime community, we definitely want to become. We're definitely part of it. Okay. Yes, I claimed it.
We're trying to be.
Yeah, so we want to be able to converse and kind of find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so again, end of show. We're going to say bye. We're going to leave. And I hope you guys have a great evening or day whenever time you're watching this.
Yeah, man. Catch you in the next side. Catch you in the next episode. Peace and love.